Good afternoon, welcome. If you just tuned in, where have you been? We're near the end of the show now. You've missed most of it. Remember, tomorrow at 3 o'clock. It's 25 after 5 o'clock. I'm Nana Akua. This is GBNEWS. We are Britain's news channel. We are live on TV, online and on digital radio. And it's now time for this week's Difficult Conversations. A new survey by Good Housekeeping has revealed that nearly two-thirds of women believe having children can ruin their career, with Gen Z and millennials feeling the most disillusioned. And to dissect this, I'm joined by a commentator and mother of two, Danielle Mason. So what do you think, Danielle? You've got children.
Yeah.
How many have you got? How old are they?
I've got two. I've got an 11-year-old and a 13-year-old, and it's hard, but I think if you wait to have children, I mean, when is going to be the right time? I think you just adapt as you go. But I mean, with jobs, I suppose, with a job, you're actually working to do something that probably someone doesn't want to do and you're getting paid, but a career, it's actually something you want to do. So when you're trying to get into that career, you need to be quite flexible with your availability because it's something you really want to do, and kids can hinder that.
They do.
I mean, yeah, they can hinder it because they need your emotional support there. So sometimes, you know, it's all right having the money to pay for childcare, but then are you actually there emotionally for your children?
Well, there's no point making people feel guilty for trying to go out to work, though. Because I think, you know, look, my second child, Ivory, he's lovely, thank you. But I had eclampsia, literally, so that's the one where your blood pressure's rising. They had to get the child out very quickly. Yeah. And he was in special care for 3 months, so he's at the special care baby unit. I had him at 46. So, you know, and I was there for 3 months going in and out. He was teeny tiny, the size of my palm. Yeah. And he recovered. Slight cerebral palsy at the end of it, but he recovered and everything. Him. He's very, very cute. And seeing him lying there with all the tubes and things in his little hands and everything, there's cannulas in each part of his body. And he survived. I thought, what a determined little child. And actually, it made me even more motivated. And that's when I sort of decided to go, right, that's it, and focus on what I wanted and got that thing.
Well, there is that flip side to it. I mean, because you think, oh, I've got these little mouths to feed, and it does make you more possibly aggressive for your career because you think, I've got these two children that depend on me and I want them to have a good life. Yeah. But then, I mean, you also can get into the problem of being a single parent. Well,
I was a single parent for most of it.
And me, yeah.
Exactly. Well, it didn't harm either of us. Yeah.
Well, no, that's what I thought when we was going to have this chat. I thought, well, it's not harmed you, has it? No. Because you're doing very well.
And it hasn't harmed you either. I think Gen Z and some of the millennials have a different sort of take on it, that they hinder and they get in the way. They can do. But if you've got a good support network and you've got people around you who you can, you know... The government do offer lots of sort of help, I think, for single mothers too. I do think there's...
Oh, my God, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what it is with the Gen Z is, you know, some of them are at uni, they're coming out, they're having high bills that they've got to pay, you know, paying back their uni fees. Then there's trouble getting on the...
property ladder.
Yeah, property ladder, and then you've got the high cost of living. So it's putting a lot of people off because they're thinking, how am I going to bring up a child, try and get my career going and, you know, be able to support this child?
There'll be some people concerned about that right now. Seriously. No, but it's a big deal, isn't it, when you have the child and you've got to focus and be on there. A lot of Gen Z is there. But your children now, you're two. One of them is slightly autistic or...
Yes, so one of my children has actually been out of school for about 2 years where he couldn't cope in mainstream. He got diagnosed autistic ADHD. My little girl, she's still on the wait list at the moment because she's found it very hard, and she's 11, but her reading ability is still at age 7 years old. So I've managed to get EHCP plans for them, which has really helped them, and I've managed to get my son back into a really good mainstream. Yeah, so they're care plans, and my little boy's now gone back into school, a really good school, which I'm really happy with, and I've managed to get both of them in the same school, and they seem to be meeting his needs, whereas a lot of schools nowadays tend to just suspend them, send them home, and you get left with your child out of school, which is very hard because then you have to be at home and they're saying, oh, you need to do like some homeschooling with them, and it's really hard to work.
Oh, God, I wouldn't know where to start with that. This is really putting off the Gen Zs and millennials. Yeah. Do you think they've got a point?
Yeah. Well, I think as well, COVID affected a lot of people, didn't it? It made children go a bit... That's when I started noticing my children going a bit AWOL, was after COVID.
They lost concentration. My son, he was really focused on things. He could name every single car. And he was only 2.
Yeah.
He could name, you'd show him a picture, he'd go, there's a Lamborghini Diablo, this, that and the other. He'd go, this, that and the other. I was like, wow. And he kind of lost that, and then he started watching too much Top Gear.
Yeah.
And I caught it, he was sitting in the bath, and I heard the words, oh, the swearing word for poo. I said to my daughter, who said that? And she went, oh, it's Ivory, he's been watching too much Top Gear. Oh, God. Or the
Naughty? Is it Jeremy Clarkson?
I think
Naughty
it was.
Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah, you know, but anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, Danielle, well, it's really good to talk to you about that.
and you.
So what would you say to Gen Zers now and millennials who, if they are watching, about having children?
You know, I just think it's never going to be the right time. If you're going to do it, just do it. I know that a lot of people are funny, you know, you can't just have kids to rely on the system, but you always find a way to cope. You always find a way, and sometimes it can actually push you more in the right direction because, like you say, it gives you more of a drive. So, and a child's a blessing as well.
Isn't it?
I couldn't not have children because I love having children, even though they're really stressful.
Thank you, Danielle. Lovely to talk to you. Thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
That is Danielle Mason. She's a commentator and a mother of 2. We're just talking about why a lot of millennials are actually feel that they don't want to be mothers and why they don't want to have children. Well, stay with us. This is GBNEWS 31 minutes after 5 o'clock. I'm Nana Akua. Still to come, do you have faith in the police to catch actual criminals? You'll hear the thoughts of my panel in May, Benjamin Butterworth and Matthew Talbot. But first, let's get your latest news with Sophia Wensler.